So I was sharing this to 400 guys in a keynote address, and then it was time to go to 8 breakout sessions. And the Iron Sharpens Iron Conference format, there will be 8 individuals that you have the option to go. So it'll be about 30 or 40 guys segmented out in each of these topics. And there are a wide variety of topics. Well, we had 125 guys come to this seminar entitled Who's Your Foxhole? A friend of mine in the ministry had told me, he says, you're one of the few guys that talk about this topic. It's a concept. You've had it part of your package of men's discipleship. I heard you talk about it in leadership training, but I'd like to see you develop that further. And I thought, well, I'm not so sure that goes beyond my canvas, as we were sharing with our fellows. But I respected this mentor so much, I thought, you know what? Okay, I'll come and speak on that particular topic. So we prepared for that. And I was expecting 20 or 30 guys to show up of the 400. When 125 showed up, I thought, what's going on here? So I got on the mic and I said, hey, the workshops will be beginning in a few moments. They had just heard the Carolina Cyclone, as you did last evening, for an hour. They didn't hear me anymore. I was deferring to the other 7 seminar speakers. So what's up with this? A higher percentage of individuals. What brings them to this session? So I walked around and I said, hey, I would be interested in hearing why you're here today. And a man stood up in the back and he said something I'll never forget. Coach K, in the military, a man had my back and I had his. I can't find such a man in the church world. Is that on me or is that on us? And from that very first occasion, and traveling to 18 states last year to talk about this topic, I kept hearing in Omaha, Nebraska, in Hartford, Connecticut, repeatedly, guys share similar statements. That they appreciated the friendships of life. They were longing to be drawn near to God. They understood it was important to be completely identified with Him. But they didn't have a go-to guy when a crisis would show up in their life. And so I'm on a mission for men to discover who's in your foxhole. I was sharing last evening, I'll repeat this for the guys here for this morning. These 2 guys here, which the E-Free gang do a fantastic job. You have more 5s and 6s than most places I go to around the country. However, I always like to raise the awareness and say, don't forget about these guys down here in stages 1 and 2. They're in the community and they're being left behind. So some of you guys in the deep end of the Christian journey also have a capacity to prayerfully support and practically enable those who are serving that capacity. These guys are in the congregation, but they're falling between the cracks. They're also being left behind. The hurting man and the man who's inexperienced in his faith. But when people ask me, for 28 years as a men's pastor, what was the most significant factor in seeing growth continue in the journey? And I went back and looked at it. 75% of our guys were involved in some discipleship venue. That was good. The national average is about 15%. Your average will be much higher, again, because you're in a great disciple-making ministry. It's part of your DNA. So we don't have to set the foundation. A lot of places I go to, we got to step back and say, listen, we got to get some concrete rebar in this place. And let's go back to what the Scripture says about making disciples, who then make disciples. But when guys are not just involved in a disciple-making venue, but they're doing life together, when many of you fellows that are new, I have a friend from Toronto, Canada. You'll hear from him a little bit later today. And I contacted him on the phone. I said, Joe, I'd love to have you come hang out with your Foxhole friend Phil. We were all in Charlotte together. Men's pastor, elder, and then eventually a men's leader. But Phil came to us from Cleveland being undiscipled. He was being left behind as a man who was inexperienced. Oh, there were venues available, but he traveled the country as a Fortune 500 salesman. And so when he showed back up, there wasn't an opportunity for him to plug in. And there it was at our church as well. We didn't have a discipleship venue that fit his particular schedule. So the 3 common mistakes I've observed in these 1,000 churches around the country, number 1 is a lack of intentionality, therefore the name of our ministry. Number 2 is a lack of multiple entry points. You got lots of entry points here, that's good. And then number 3, we don't know our players. And I was referring to that last evening. Well, leaders need to know our players and to grasp and know they're not just in a discipleship venue of some type. your flock, BSF, a group that meets like the coffee house on Wednesdays. Those are all disciple-making venues. But what is happening outside of your flocks? What is happening outside of those 25 or 30 guys on Wednesday? You need to find some guys that you do life together with. And the 50% of our guys that had Foxhole friends, they were the ones experiencing exponential growth. And so, as I shared with you last evening, there's the power of the written word, but there's also the importance of the living word. So 1 Thessalonians 2:8 lives this out. Now, when you think about the levels in advancing the battle, that's the theme of our tour this year as we travel the country. Level 1 is enlistment. Hey, these guys down here in stages 1 and 2 of the journey, we want to see God and His sovereign plan enlist them as they discover life together. By the way, our friend Kokai, last evening, hey, that's worth traveling up here to meet this guy. We have international students back at our church at home, similar situation. And I sent his picture and asked him to pray for him. He is on a path of discovery. I'm going to trust that God's sovereign plan, He's going to draw him. But there's a family that is reaching out with friendship, evangelism, and then bring them to your church family, and all of you have a part to play in Kokai's journey. I just kind of expected him to say, I'm just kind of struggling with speaking the English language, and man, here I am coming up from the South, and he's got to interpret me next on top of that. And then he's going to talk to you guys. That's 0 for 3 in many cases. But the Spirit of God, He had no hesitancy when we were talking to him on the phone yesterday, when we found out he was coming. And I said, Steve, listen, is this a good idea, or is it a God idea? I'd like for Kokai to address these guys last evening. And he talked about how he felt this to be a very welcoming culture and also a very friendly church. So, he's on discovery. We long to see him enlisted in the Lord's army. Amen? Then, engagement. We're longing to see these guys discover engagement. Okay? They've got to build a process where they are at this stage. They've got to find some experience, get around some seasoned veterans. And then when we get into this Foxhole Friends scenario, that's when encouragement breaks out. And so as we look at that particular journey, and then eventually to disciple others to the level of empowerment taking place. Ecclesiastes chapter 4, if you'll stand with me, let's read this passage in unison. I like to hear the Word of God read by men. I like to pray together with you. I like for us to read together in unison. And so let's read it heartily unto the Lord as we think about these particular passages from Ecclesiastes. Read together. 2 men are better than one, for they can help each other succeed. If one man falls, the other man can reach out and help. But if a man falls when he is alone, he's in trouble. At times, life will leave us out in the cold. Another man can keep us from freezing. As we continue on. One man standing alone can be attacked and defeated. 2 men can stand back to back and put up resistance. 3 men are even better, for a cord of 3 strands is not quickly or easily broken. We're going to talk about who's in your foxhole. A couple of guys that you're doing life with. And so as we talk about the various components of this particular aspect, may God seal the reading of His Word, and for us to apply the Scriptures to be doers of the Word and not hearers only. Amen? You can be seated. Many wives around the country, including those who attended our E-Free Church in Charlotte, were longing for their husbands to ascend to the spiritual leadership in their home. Total equality, appreciating and valuing of biblical womanhood, which that's a whole other quest, by the way. And there's various stages of womanhood, so some of these things apply in their realm as well. But it's interesting to see the sparkle in a woman's eye when her husband starts to get it. As we said last evening, when men get it right, everybody wins. There's just something innate that God's designed in them. Now, just like we talked about cultural manhood last night, and we have to recognize the onslaught of the evil one, it's been a tough year for manhood, with all the things coming in the pipeline. But to me, it's a prime opportunity for us as people of God to discover more of the plan of God for each of our lives. So we've got to model and exemplify what true biblical manhood looks like. And also to see a quest for biblical womanhood in the lives of our wives and others. But most men tend to live life as a lone ranger. They prefer isolation. We play close to the vest. Some will build friendships that will bring value and meaning. And then a few men will intentionally pursue 2 to 3 foxhole friends that play a strategic role in their development towards biblical manhood. So let's talk about, first of all, the purpose of a foxhole friend. Now, you may have already answered the question. Says, Coach, this doesn't really apply to me. Yeah, I got a couple guys in my world. Well, can we make a biblical analysis of how we define such a friend? And then we'll take a second look about where you are in your journey in that scenario. It could be you've got some guys that are honorable mention candidates, or they're heading in that direction, but to see the depth and totality of what this looks like. But those of you that have friends, and you're still in the early stages of making those, there's a few of you here that are new to the faith, and so you're discovering a whole new set of friends. And so you're happy to do that. But what happens when things become deeper in your walk with God and with each other? The first thing of the purpose of a foxhole friend comes from 1 Thessalonians 5:11. Encourage one another and build each other up. We all need encouragement. Every heart needs food. Every heart is a hungry heart. And encouragement is food for the soul. Hey, did you enjoy those biscuits and gravy this morning? Eggs and bacon? Wasn't that a nice serving up to you fellas? Y'all do it right when it comes to mealtime right here now. No steaks. I took pictures last night of that array of steaks. Is Jonathan here this morning? There he is. Man, you've been trumpeting all over the Carolinas. I said, listen, the next time, when Phil travels with me, they said, hey, Coach, we can van another over there. Jonathan, was that a porterhouse, what that was? Hey, listen, that looked good. And you had a good spread this morning, so you're treating people in that particular fashion. But encouragement for the soul is the food we must live upon. Secondly, there's the brotherhood factor. 1 Peter 2:17 says this, honor all men and love the brotherhood. Now, like I said, there's an army of men. That's a large group gathering. Tomorrow, when all the men gather, some of them still will be in a spiritual journey themselves, but a majority of them, hey, there's been a uniform issue. They're a member of the Lord's army. So enlistment is good. We want to see Kokai join that situation. But after that, we move to the next level, and that's the band of brothers. That's your flock. That's your other small group experience. A band of brothers who begin to kind of discuss life together. Really enjoyed hearing some of the discussion topics last evening around the tables. As you go into that again today, that might be the most significant moment of the weekend. You'll have a chance to get to know guys. You raise the window shade, allow people in your world. Brotherhood is crucial, which leads into transparency. He who loves pureness of heart is what the Proverbs tells us in chapter 22, verse 11. The purity of your heart, okay? I know we're in Ohio State country, and I know about the team up north, but they do have a nice slogan, about the pure waters of Michigan, okay? God is looking for some pure waters. Gary Rosper reminds me to guard my heart, but as you share your heart, it's an open book. When I was having a discussion with him at the table last evening, I could tell this guy had a pureness of heart. I certainly want to be involved with his flock. Randy, when he shared his time with me on our podcast, same thing. Just very insightful. This guy walks the walk, does a lot of different things out there. It's always an honor to be with him. And so we're longing to see the brotherhood, the transparency factor. That is the purpose of a foxhole friend. Honesty and transparency make you vulnerable. No hidden agendas, honest openness and integrity helps to build trust in what matters most. So if you're new to faith, you're just establishing some friendships, I'm casting a vision for the eventual pursuit of such foxhole friends. That's the purpose that they play in your life. Let's look at the profile of a foxhole friend and look at Proverbs chapter 17, verse 17. Would you stand with me again, and let's read the scriptures together this morning. and a brother is proven in distress. A true friend is always loyal, and a brother is born to help in time of need. Friends love through all kinds of weather, and men stick together in all kinds of trouble. You may be seated. There's three things that I see unpacking out of Proverbs chapter 17 that reveal to us the profile of a foxhole friend. Okay, Coach, I'm with you. Yeah, okay. That'd be a good thing to have in my life, is to have such individuals. So now, what do these guys look like? If I'm going to pursue such individuals, are they just walking down the sidewalk? Or are there going to be some aspects that I need to evaluate in a sense to determine in my life? The first thing you need to understand about the profile of the foxhole friend, that will demonstrate what is shared in Romans 12:10. Be devoted to one another with authentic, brotherly affection. Be good friends who love deeply. You see, the brotherly love that is described and is displayed in such a foxhole friendship, we invite honest feedback and we welcome prayerful support. That's crucial in this whole aspect. Then secondly, we just read these particular passages of Scripture and looking at Proverbs 17:17, north, south, east, and west, and talk about times of adversity, times of distress, times of need, and times of trouble. I've got three foxhole friends. One was a Bible college roommate from Mesquite, Texas, that the Lord put in my life in the year 1975 as we enrolled in a Bible college in a southern state. I was with him this past year, and we don't get to see one another as often as I do my other foxhole friends because of the distance. But we were such foxhole friends during our Bible college days that has continued. Much like the guys at the Young Life Roundup this weekend that Randy was hanging out with. They want to finish well together. So it is with one James Sanders from Mesquite, Texas. When my Clemson Tigers were playing the Texas A&M Aggies this past year, I prayed to the Lord, now, Father, Thou knowest I should be able to book a meeting in the state of East Texas, and I'll be able to go out and see my Tigers play. So I called my foxhole friend. I said, James, I'll take care of the meetings. You take care of the tickets. So he got me a couple tickets, and we went down there, and I saw the 12th man, first game. Wow, fantastic. I knew you got the horseshoe up here, but that was impressive to see the 12th man. There was a men's discipleship leader that walked in with a maroon t-shirt on. He says, even Jesus said 12 men. So that was another little slogan in that particular reading. But it was great to be there. A lot of great sportsmanship, by the way, and a fantastic time. But I so enjoyed being connected with him. Every couple of years, we get together face to face. But phone calls, text messages, video conferencing, we stay in regular communication. We just pick up where we leave off. The other two guys are in closer proximity. Two coaching buddies, and that was something that brought us together in the initial stages. But there is certainly proven loyalty. When I was in Burlington, Vermont, not only did the military guy ask me the question that still haunts my memory, to know these guys walking around, we can't find people like that in the church. I hope that your church is not such a place for that to be. But there's another guy that stood up and said this, Coach, I've had a foxhole friend once, but as we begin to develop in our friendship, and I begin to share open, honestly, in a vulnerable, transparent way, he took that information and it got shared with his wife, it broke confidentiality, and it got broadcast throughout the entire community. What do you do when somebody breaks your trust? Now, that's a tough question. I need to go take this guy in a one-on-one context and kind of break this down, but the short summary of the statement is this. As we pursue these individuals, the profile should include a proven loyalty. When I've seen guys who are inexperienced in God's ways, we're going to think, let's just get a couple guys, we'll get into a room, we'll begin to break life down together, that I can share openly with them, and they're very trustworthy, and we'll move on that road. You share something that somebody's able to then keep within you and protecting your confidentiality, then that proven loyalty, then you begin to share more and more over time. So it's got to be proven loyalty, not just a pledged loyalty. And then Colossians 4:11, an impactful life. Paul was encouraging the church at Colossae and looking back on their history of service to God and the kingdom of God. He said, my fellow workers have proven to be an encouragement to me. You see, encouragement produces togetherness. My Bible college friend in Texas, He's the brother I never had. And so there's something about the togetherness when we're in each other's company. There's the truth factor. I know my friends love me enough that will point me, in certain directions. And they love me enough to go share that. And then also, there is the trust factor. They'll challenge you the hardest, but they'll encourage you the most. These impact players, as you look back and sense how God is using them along the way. Well, Joe has traveled out from Toronto. If a man comes 6 hours, I think we'll give him a few minutes to address you guys. And I love live human illustrations, and so I want he and Phil to kind of describe what's been transpiring in their world. So Joe and Phil, come up here with me, and let's welcome Joe to Cleveland. And so let's talk about this whole aspect of a profile of Foxhole friends. So Phil, you give the history of y'all's connection briefly, and then Joe will add some icing to the cake.
Joe and I met at our church in Charlotte. He was a group leader for like a block. And my wife and I met Bridget and Joe at that time. And we found that we had quite a few things in common. We both were sales managers. We both traveled. We both loved college football. Albeit different teams, but we both loved college football, and we both loved to play golf. And so we, over time, a period, I'd say several years, developed a close friendship. And Joe is my accountability Foxhole friend as well as a Foxhole friend. When I would get off the rails a little bit, Joe would be there to bring me back on track. And I sometimes have difficulty with language.
Not the English language.
Not the English language. But anyway, Joe would bring me accountability to that. And that was very important. So we became close, and when he moved back up to Canada, we still talk probably once every month or so. And so I value his friendship. I know that I can call him at 2 o'clock in the morning, and if I needed him to come to Charlotte, he would be there. And I can't speak to much more than that as what a friend is.
Yeah, I moved from Ohio to North Carolina in 2004. We began to attend the same church as these two guys, and didn't drink the Clemson Kool-Aid.
We tried to
I'm a niece working at Clemson, and so I have to tie into that. And they've developed a friendship with Phil and his wife Diane, and Bridget and Diane are similar people. And Phil's wife's been dealing with dementia for a number of years, and Bridget was involved in helping with her early on when that happened around 2010. And it's been tough for him. We talk all the time. We have similar histories as men, fathers, and so on. So we deal with the same situations and same problems, and we've been good for each other. He does have a potty mouth playing golf. That's what Breeze alluded to. So, and also, if you play golf with him, you're literally putting. He's gone in the cart, the engine's revving up, and he never slows down that way. So it's a and he's better than me too. So, I always felt he made a lot more money than I did too. Anyway, we've been great friends. We've been great for each other. Even though I'm not there, we do talk on a regular basis and get a chance to pray with each other and support each other. So whatever age you are, young, older, you can always do that. And I've always felt you need someone your same age in your life. You need someone younger you can help. And then you should have someone mentoring you, which I had over many years of my life, but now I've become that because there's not a lot of people older than me. Anyway, it's been great, and thank you for having me speak here. So appreciate it.
So I've watched these guys demonstrate these three qualities: brotherly love, proven loyalty, and impactful life. Do you have a guy that would ride 6 hours to come see you? We were coming up the interstate the other day, and I put the word, I said, Joe, no obligation, man. Some of you you guys weren't here last night, so I'm going to tell the story. But just an invitation. I'd love for you to come over to Cleveland. He's got family in Erie, Pennsylvania, so I thought that might be something that could include a family visit. And I said, this would be a big surprise. They talk directly on the phone, like my Bible college roommate in Dallas, Texas. And so we're driving up the road. I said, hey, when's the last time you've heard from Joe? He said, it's been a couple weeks. He says, let's call him on the phone. So we're going to the mountains in West Virginia. I pray there'll be no cell service because I think he's going to blow the whistle. And Joe will think what Phil has been told now. And they're just trying to work out where he's going to stay, what they're going to do while they're here. So I texted Joe, and the Lord let my signal go through with my message. And I said, hey, he's going to be calling you momentarily. So we had this chat, and we always like to pray together on the phone. And so Phil let me greet Joe. I said, Joe, it's great to hear your voice, but it'd be super to see your face. And I want to kind of see what reaction that might be from his Foxhole friend. And so last night we videotaped their reunion, and the folks back home have been overjoyed today. I long for you to have somebody that'll drive 6 hours and not just let them hear your voice, they'll get a chance to see your face. Because when those men embraced here last evening, those are men who have done life together, they're going to continue to do life together. They dog one another like the odd couple with their college football loyalties and their various antics. It's just fun to sit here and watch them be around them. And so I just think it's wonderful that he came down here today, this weekend to be with us. And it represents what we're describing to you. And so blessings on both of you. Give it up for us. Coach, I love Joe. I don't know if I can get a guy to drive, 60 miles, much less 6 hours. So help me, how do I find a Joe in my life? Good question. And let's finish our segment with this, and then we'll go to our table time. The pursuit of a Foxhole friend. I mentioned to you last evening, John 10:27, if Jesus knew his players, shouldn't we know ours? So that's one of my mantras as we travel the country, the whole seminar on knowing your players, the guys in their locker room, the men in their discipleship venue. But as we watch these fellows develop over time, to not just be a part of a band of brothers, and that's good, and most churches are excited when a man leaves the large group environment and joins a flock in your case, or in some other discipleship venue that's available to them. But to go from good to great in the Christian life, not greatness upon us, but to ascend to the greatness of Almighty God. And he takes us to places we've never been before. There's something about people that walk alongside and do life with us to make that happen. And you'll find three things as you pursue such individuals. Number one is going to be chemistry. Now, I'm a real practical guy. I'm a real simple guy. Okay? And so there are passages of Scripture I'll reference. But I hope you see what this looks like relationally. As I've coached players in locker rooms, and I've discipled men over 28 years, and now train leaders around the country. Proverbs 27:9 talks about the pleasantness of a friend. Though there's sarcasm between these guys, that really is a highlight of their connection point. Hey, there was no sarcasm in the reunion embrace last evening. And I'll replay that often to think about the significant value of those guys living out. Because it's something to go and proclaim truth to people. Then to see them live it out, that is fruit that remains. In a leadership capacity, I trust that God will continue to encourage you in that regard. Who is someone that is pleasant enough that you enjoy being around? My Bible college roommate was a super nice guy. Everybody enjoyed being with him. One of my coaching buddies, he was my brother's hero as his basketball coach. And I enjoyed being tutored by him and mentored by him in athletics, but also we just enjoyed right time. We'd be together 3 hours, feel like it was like 30 minutes went by. And then another coaching buddy. He had an odd personality. He had that good humor award, and so some of us in life were so focused, and we're concentrating on the goal that is out there. We're passionate people. We need folks that just kind of lighten things up. God has complimented my world with my Southern Belle for 38 years. She takes air out of my balloons, and I easily outmarried myself, outkicked my cousins. But I also appreciate one of my Foxhole friends who brings that otter personality as well into our arena. And when he calls, it's always going to be some good laughter. He's battling bone cancer right now. He's going through a difficult stage. But he has not lost his joy, neither has he lost his sense of humor. And I appreciate about the spiritual depth in his life. as he takes that particular look. There's mutual benefit from iron sharpening moments, which helps to add value to friendship. So, we can't just take 3 guys and say, hey, y'all go figure life out. We can't just take the first 3 in our flock that this happens with. Now, oftentimes, we start there to kind of evaluate chemistry. Who do you enjoy spending time with? Who do you enjoy their company? That's chemistry. Secondly, Proverbs 27 also talks about a mirror reflects a man's face, but what he is really like is shown by the kind of friends that he chooses. In addition to chemistry, there's affinity. Now, last evening, I encouraged you, I didn't obligate you, but I said, I hope you'll talk about some common ground, or some hobbies and interests at the breakfast table. Maybe some of you chose to do that, maybe others of you just got caught up, no big deal. I'm going to come around in a minute and ask you a hobby or interest. And maybe you're in a situation right now where you're a hurting man or you're caregiving and you don't have that season. Phil can't play nearly as much golf because his wife, around in third, with his whole dementia, Alzheimer's. And so, but when you have time, what is something that you enjoy doing? And that's a crucial aspect in this whole process. So, hobbies and similar interests create common ground, which will then produce shared experiences. These are in-depth interactions where you enjoy something that you love. Because the average guy around the country says, man, coach, I don't have any margin. You talk about times of moderate currency. You don't know how much I have to put in my plate even being this weekend. You know, especially both Friday night and Saturday. And I get that. I respect that. But guess what? As we think about these hobbies and interests, this man's going to be found in Clemson, South Carolina on game day. And I'm going to be found in Clemson, South Carolina on game day. You know, that's a high priority. So we're going to leverage those opportunities to enjoy each other's company. And so whatever you enjoy in life, Foxhole friendships oftentimes can break out. So let's give a little sampling today. If you'll be willing to participate with me, this could be one hobby or interest that you enjoy.
Fantasy football. Table tennis. Golf. Cars. Golf. Long trains.
Golf. Crew.
Music.
CrossFit. Carpentry.
Golf.
Gardening. Sports.
Football.
Motorcycles.
Golf. Puzzles. Reading.
There's always one.
Shooting in movies with a couple $100 million worth of special effects.
Hey, he went to surf last night. He should get to surf. Music.
Long walks on the beach.
I think that was my second choice, buddy. We should hang out.
Fishing.
Beer. Spikeball.
So there are some common denominators from some of these answers we got, okay? The one I heard the most was football.
Football.
Okay? The one I heard the most was golf. I'm having my golfers stand up. All the golfers stand up. Sometime before the end of the day, if there's somebody that attends Providence Church that enjoys golf, and you didn't know that previously, they go up and say, hey, what's your favorite course? You know, what's your bucket list? You want to go play Pebble Beach one day? Those kinds of things. And to say, if you need a Foxhole friend, hey, these guys play golf together. And when he did have a little time in the car, they could have a chance to correspond with us. That's an example of affinity groups. If you enjoy someone's company, you have a seat. And then you go and you spend time with them, and it's not laborious. You know, the enjoyment factor continues. And we got to be good about this. You know, hey, we're all brothers in Christ. But there'll be some things that may drive you crazy about somebody. And that's okay. We're going to spend eternity with God's people. So we're going to focus on the unites, not the divides. But a Foxhole friend will be somebody you'll have chemistry with, and you'll have affinity. Now you see, God is wired women relationally, and that happens much quicker. than with guys. But I just do this little exercise. Where's my guy that likes chess? I heard somebody in the back had chess. Right back here. I was with a group one time. It was another E3 church like yours. So they're just strong over here doing work. So we got guys growing. We got guys leading. But these fellas had been in the same Bible study for 12 years. And we did that exercise. It was just with our small group. And two guys liked to play chess. I said, did you know that Troy liked to play chess? He said, I had no clue. You mean to tell me you've been in a Bible study for 12 years and you don't know his common hobbies or interests? That's why I go back and challenge you with 1 Thessalonians 2:8. Paul said, I'd like to share my life as well. And so, you don't have to enjoy my activities. I don't have to enjoy your activities. But there'll be some common ground out there, and let's leverage that in this whole realm of discipleship. So start with those flocks. Start with those people in your outer circle and see who may be a part of your eventual inner circle. Things like woodworking and other some of those what we call minor sports, athletically. Hey, there'll be somebody in steel that'll like that. And maybe on somebody's list in their second or third list of hobbies or interests. So chemistry and affinity. That's how this breaks out. Common ground, shared experiences. And then finally, 1 Corinthians 13. As you think about that passage, and you look at verses 4 through 8, here's some common denominators there about authenticity. They care more for others than themselves. They avoid a me-first mindset. They put up with most anything. And that's what these guys do with each other. They always look for the best. And they keep going continually. The brotherly love will continually exude. As Randy was describing to me, these young black leaders of multiple decades, wanting to gather, pick up where they left off. There did a honorable mention, Foxhole friends, including some official ones, and they want to finish well together. You see, that is doing life to the ultimate. So we long for not just leaders of men to experience that, but for every guy to have such an occasion. So, if you start from square one, you recognize the purpose of a Foxhole friendship. What is the profile? What does such an individual look like? What are some qualities they should have? And then as you pursue them, you're looking for these three aspects. Do you enjoy spending time with them? If you don't, that's fine. Hey, do they like some of the same hobbies and interests that you do? And is there mutual benefit of being together and have authentic Christian lives? One man standing alone will be attacked and defeated. Two men can stand back to back and offer resistance. But three are even better. For a threefold cord is not quickly or easily broken. Who's in your foxhole? We're going to go and spend some time around the tables and take 20 minutes, 9:30 to 9:50, and then we'll come and give you some instructions at 9:50 for the next segment. Father, stand with me, guys. Seal this in the hearts of these men as they have a chance to go and discuss this. We would ask God that they do a little bit of a drill down, kind of evaluate where they are, and to talk about the purpose, talk about the profile, and talk about pursuing this. But then ultimately, Father, it really comes down to providence. As I ask, or guys ask me the question all across America, what's the most important of those three? And that's that fourth level, the providence of God. That in your time and in your way, you will create the opportunities. Maybe 6 weeks from now, maybe 6 months from now, that you reveal yourself wherever you need it. And I would ask these guys to understand that process, work it through in such an occasion, so you can reveal yourself to them. I thank you for my guys, who certainly played a pivotal role in my life. And I would ask you, Lord, today in Mesquite, Texas, for James Sanders, in Tampa, Florida, for John Zeller, battling bone cancer, and in Charlotte, North Carolina, with John Brooks. That, Lord, as they are praying for us, representing you as an ambassador, as a missionary to men, that, Father, you would also encourage them, and you would enlighten them, and help us to come alongside